the 1 seed, and that means whoever wins this game will host the next round. So even more on top of that one-and-done format, which, Sam, as you mentioned, can be so exciting and leads to such great playoff action in the USL.
Yeah, and Carter, tonight not only are we going to see two teams that have really found their stride over the last month or so, we're going to see a clash of styles. I think we're going to see Swope Park Rangers very possession-oriented, a lot of movement off the ball, patience in the attacking third. Leading team in the USL this year in passes and passing accuracy. And then Phoenix, they've really become tighter defensively over the second half of the year. They'll be strong on the counterattack with the likes of Drogba and leading scorer Jason Johnson, 13 goals on the season. So a fascinating clash of styles, and that should only contribute to what will be a very compelling narrative as the night unfolds.
And the night is underway. Referee Guido Gonzalez blowing his whistle, and Phoenix Rising FC starting with the ball, going from right to left in their all-white strip with the mad decent uniforms. Meanwhile, Swope Park Rangers wearing their traditional dark blue on blue. So they will be going from left to right in this first half, and Amadou Diak seeing some time on the ball in the immediate openings of this game. Perhaps up in an advanced left.
Take your space. Take your space. Hey. You got me. You got me. You got me.
IPB intervening. Can't quite get his foot around it, non-goal.
Led the team in assists did Chris Cortez, had 5 of those, as well as 5 goals, good for 3rd on the team. Former OC Blues player, good season, 20 games played for Phoenix. Partners Didier Drogba in this first ever playoff game for Phoenix Rising FC.
This is a big game, isn't it, Carter, for an organization that has lofty ambitions. There's been talk of Phoenix wanting to bring Major League Soccer to their city. Co-owner and obviously a player on the field, Didier Drogba, very much involved, and it'll be very exciting to see how that develops in the coming months. And obviously, Major League Soccer has plans to expand to 28 teams by around 2020, so very much in the picture would Phoenix be right now.
Certainly on the list of 12 that MLS gave out the beginning of this season, midway through. Club with lofty ambitions, as you said, Sam. And first of which is to progress in the playoffs. Here's Tyler Pasher with a touch over the head of the defender. Well read, though, and well executed as well. Jordan Stewart on the cover, and some good defending by Dewigi Mala. Just stopped the attempt forward from Tyler Pasher. You see the speed that the Canadian winger has.
Carter, we talk about this game being a huge one for the Phoenix organization. If you look at what FC Cincinnati did of the USL this year, and they're running the Open Cup, such a big factor in terms of gaining steam and gaining momentum as an MLS hopeful, a success on the field. With that impressive run, FC Cincinnati was able to really make a name for itself in those crowds of 30,000 plus, and I think Phoenix has the opportunity to do something similar for themselves if they make a run deep here in the USL Cup playoffs.
A couple of attempts forward, first by the Swope Park Rangers, and now we have a player down on the far side of the field. Guido Gonzalez stops play. Looks like Dewigi Mala and with a problem. It's a hectic bit of play there from both teams as Mala was in on a challenge with Maloto. Rangers trying to get in behind, and immediately Sam Hamilton picked up the loose ball, popped it over the top, try and spring a counter. Didn't see what happened to Dewigi Mala, but hopefully he's okay to continue. Another one of those players that came in on August 10th and really has made a difference. He's been along the back line for this Phoenix Rising team.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do, Carter, is look at the statistics. 1 clean sheet in Phoenix's first 16 games of the season, 8 in their last 16. Just light years of a difference, and a big reason why Dewigi Mala's introduction to the team back in August.
He trots back onto the field. Good to see Dewigi Mala able to continue from the Ivory Coast. He's playing in the Côte d'Ivoire Ligue 1 just before signing with Phoenix Rising. The ball pumps forward again, looking for Pasher in that matchup with Cody Wakasa. Loto streaming forward, finds Hernandez. Hernandez continuing his run into the box. And it's pounced on by Josh Cohen, quick off his line. He had to be because Felipe Hernandez was in behind.
Yeah, that's better there from the Swope Park Rangers. Not too much going in the early on from either side, but a decent look there from 85 in the dark blue. Good feed there from Christian Duke, but Mala getting in the way.
Again, Marr just spraying it up the left-hand side. Wind got a hold of that one as well. Drift out of play.
Rangers, so far, for my money, Carter, have gone route one a little too much. Long ball over the top hasn't quite been successful yet, I think. What I'd like to see of is more of Nebo Maloto dropping into those unoccupied midfield spaces as that false 9. He's so fantastic on the ball. Probably the Rangers' most gifted player technically if Kevin Oliveira isn't on the field. When Meloto's on the ball and he has runners off of him, that's when the Rangers are at their best.
Foul on Drogba. Phoenix can push all of their players into the opposition half as Mala gets ready to deliver this free kick. High free kick into the night sky. Duke, a brave clearance as well. There's a high kick advantage played as Jordan Stewart into the chest of Lebo Meloto. Referee allowing play to continue for the Rangers as they try and build up. Now it's a foul. Meloto is sucking in the defender, giving a stare to the referee as well.
Well, we see two glimpses of Meloto's pure quality here. As first, he takes down a long ball and is able to advance it into the attacking half, and then he receives another pass, turns on a dime, and draws a foul there. Having a few words with referee Guido Gonzalez, but Mr. Gonzalez keeping cards in his pocket for now.
20 minutes just about on the clock here. Still cagey in the opening stages. Pasher initially let it roll past him, but he does well to win it back with some dogged defensive play. Now Hernandez. Delicate chip forward for Storm, who heads it into the area. Storm, there's a clip from behind there. It's gone out of play for a goal kick.
This is an excellent first touch from the head of Storm. Amadou Dia chasing behind, and the referee has a decision to make, you'd have to say, Carter. Hard to see if he got enough of the ball. Dia was able to make a clean challenge or not, but Storm would certainly have an argument there.
Still talking to the referee is Colton Storm. Skewed the attempted cross after that contact from behind with Amadou Dia. Now a foul against Drogba. So the Rangers again will get things started in the back. It's been a pretty formidable home fortress for the Swope Park Rangers in their 2 seasons. 11-2-3 here in 2017. Last home loss coming against Reno on July 30th.
Yeah, I think you could really use the word fortress here and to be an appropriate usage, Carter. 24 wins, 6 losses, 4 draws. Overall, if you include Rangers' 3 playoff wins last season. Certainly a venue that has treated the hosts well, and we often see some very confident performances from SPR on this very turf.
Tough challenge for the visitors, but Phoenix themselves have been good on the road. 7 wins this season. Now Stewart, former MLS veteran, allowing this attack to spring forward. It's a great ball played out to the right. And Jason Johnson trying to run at Eric Palmer-Brown, but Palmer-Brown was up to the challenge.
Well done from EPB. And then further back, Jordan Stewart with some savvy defending. And how about that ball downfield from Drogba to Jason Johnson? Good bit of quality there.
Outside of the boot. Absolutely beautiful. Drogba, his credentials speak for themselves. 104 caps for the Côte d'Ivoire. There's a cross into the area. Jidic was there, heads it up into the air. It's loose. And now in the area, Dia trying to chest it into his own path. Just ran out of real estate. Good charge down from McLeod. He was alert to the danger and didn't allow Amadou Dia to get a shot away.
Those second balls, Carter. The initial one is thumped into the area and then recycled back into the box. Where you have to be quick to react, and McLeod did well there to get his paws on that one.
Still scoreless here, Kansas City, Missouri. Pasher finds a clever ball for Belmar, who just couldn't quite get it under his control. It was behind him. We haven't heard much of Carlton Belmar in the early stages.
You beat me to it, Carter. We really haven't, and I think it's a product of neither team quite hitting a second gear yet. Belmar obviously leading the team with 14 goals, had scored in 5 straight games here at the tail end of the season. Enough to earn himself an MLS contract with Sporting Kansas City. Should be interesting to see how he fits in 2018. You'd certainly hope, if you're a Swope Park Rangers fan, that he gets a little more involved as the night goes on.
Sixth, tied for 6th in the USL with those 14 goals. His best return as a pro. He was better than his Rookie of the Year campaign. Here's ball over the top as Hamilton still trying to collect himself up off of the turf. Referee allowing play to continue as Phoenix was looking to spring their attack down the right-hand side. Sam Hamilton, as mentioned, the 15th overall pick. 3 appearances for the Colorado Rapids this season, before being sent down on loan. Standout at the University of Denver as well. Denver, Colorado native. Looks like he's okay to continue. There's a long throw into the box. Strong header forward as well from Lambert, asking for the return, and Drogba just couldn't find the feet of his teammate, and now some blue shirts stream forward. Carlton Belmar. Wide right for Maloto. Fakes the cross. Now Belmar into the corner.
You just thought the counter might have been on there, Carter, for Swope Park Rangers. Phoenix doing well enough to recover in numbers, as that window kind of shut pretty well. Jordan Stewart took a good angle there as Belmar was carrying the ball full steam. Now we're back with EPB on the ball.
Stewart marshaling that back line effectively for Phoenix Rising, former San Jose Earthquake. One of many high-profile acquisitions by this ambitious Phoenix Rising ownership group.
No question about it. Jordan Stewart, 4-year player with the San Jose Earthquakes from 2013 to 2016, but also played for 7 English clubs, Carter. More than 70 Premier League appearances in England.
All over the top, Belmar offside. Of course, along with Jordan Stewart, they have Sean Wright Phillips available off the bench. Omar Bravo not available today for Phoenix Rising.
And then along the back line, if Phoenix were to need defensive reinforcements tonight, Peter Ramage, 33-year-old veteran from England, has also played with 7 English clubs, including Newcastle United, where he started his career.
Options on the bench. Here's a hard coming together on the far side. Jason Johnson looks like he got the worst of that challenge. Happened right in front of the assistant referee on the far side. Nothing given. Johnson incredulous.
Carter, you wouldn't say the game has descended into a chippy condition quite yet, but these are the playoffs and emotions do run high. Guido Gonzalez will have to make sure he does a good job of managing this game. I think thus far, almost a half hour in, he has done so.
Fouls starting to pile up in the midfield areas, that's for sure, as these 2 teams getting stuck in a 4-5 matchup in the USL Western Conference playoffs. And a chance to host Western Conference semifinal on the line. It's an extraordinary touch from Johnson off his shoulder on the far sideline. Still alive as a result for Phoenix. Hamilton reads the game well, intercepts, slides it left to Drogba. It's a good first-time ball for Dia. To the far post, and it's over the head of Cortez, who was rushing in. Marr was there to just usher it out of play. But a cross from the left there from Dia. As Phoenix trying to get involved in the attack.
Yeah, it's a decent spell there from the visitors as they went right to left. Johnson to Dia. The cross was whipped in. Couldn't find its intended recipient, but Good little spell here from Phoenix.
Another cross block, so another throw in, and Drogba just ducking under that one. Veteran savvy to earn the corner as it ricocheted off a Swope Park Ranger defender.
Yeah, especially at this stage in his career, Drogba just does so many little things that kind of put him over the top. He's so experienced and, as you said, so savvy, and he's going to be the one to take this corner kick.
So he wins the corner, goes over, take this outswinger in towards the near post, and it's headed away by Maloto, who read the danger, got in front of the run. Good defending on the set piece from the forward. Delivery from Drogba in towards the near post. See, they're trying to flick it on at the near post there, but Maloto well aware. Look at that bit of skill from Drogba, but well defended from Parker Marr. In the end, though, he couldn't complete the clearance, so it'll be another corner kick for the visitors.
That's okay, though. Marr does just enough, as Drogba could have been in behind along the right end line there, but Parker Marr, solid intervention for a season here with Swope Park Rangers from St. Louis FC last year. Solid first year, 25 games played, 17 starts.
Another corner kick. This one lofted up towards penalty spot, and it's a good looping header as well. Chris Cortez, but Darren McLeod didn't want to take any chances, and he's over quickly to his left to gather it in his arms.
And I don't think Cortez is necessarily trying to put this header in the back of the net. I think he's just trying to cushion it back to the far post in hopes that someone else is there to latch onto it and head home, but McLeod is first to it.
Couldn't quite be sure. That might have been tailing back in towards on frame. Palmer Brown afforded plenty of time and space. And Chidic clips it back to the goalkeeper. Soccer fans, Nike is the official sponsor of the USL. For more information, go to nike.com/soccer. Half an hour gone in this first round of the Western Conference playoffs. We're still scoreless. Jidic looking way up the pitch for the run of Belmar and goes all the way through to Josh Cohen. Cohen is up for October save of the month for his wonderful save against RGV. Minutes leader for this Phoenix team as well. Never present in between the sticks. 27 starts for Josh Cohen. Knows a bit about USL playoff success as well. So he had a huge game for Orange County Blues as they upset the 1 seed last season, beating Sacramento in a penalty shootout.
And then we all know what happens next, don't we, Carter? Those Orange County Blues came to Swope Soccer Village in the USL Western Conference semifinals in what had to be one of the league's best matches of 2016. If you recall, Swope Park Rangers taking the early lead and then Orange County equalizing. And then Swope Park Rangers getting 2 men sent off in the second half, playing down 2 men most of the second half and then into stoppage time. But Dane Kelly, now with Reno 1868, was able to find the winner, the unlikely winner for the Rangers. It's one of the most unlikely victories you'll ever see on a soccer pitch.
Extraordinary game and clear exemplar of the fantastic playoff soccer that you see in the USL. Maloto, the Rangers have only some numbers forward here after defending for a nice spell. Barnathan back for Maloto. Just giving a bit of impetus to the game there was Maloto, but Hernandez staying calm, playing it wide right with Storm. And Duke is taken to the ground after that pass attempt. Referee says nothing there.
Thought there might have been a foul there from Lambert, nothing. No call comes of it. Nevertheless, a good spell there from the Rangers as we see Meloto dropping back right there. Get more judges on the ball. Still yet to see any incision or danger created quite yet from this man Pasher or the opposite winger Belmar. Certainly plenty of time left, and with the way that Phoenix is set up, I wouldn't say it's overly defensive by any means, but certainly tight and organized at the back.
And Mara has done really well to get around the defender. No, he didn't do well enough. It was out of bounds, so it's out for a goal kick. Of course, as you mentioned, this back line is so well disciplined after Patrice Carteron came in. 9 shutouts in the last 18 games. So, good bit of defending. Ball pumped forward for Marr. It's out of bounds for another goal kick, and Cohen ready to take. Long punt forward, Barnathan to the back of Cortez there, perhaps getting away with a little bit of a shove. It's clipped forward. Again, well marshaled in the back by the Phoenix back line. 2 Phoenix players challenging for that ball, so it's an easy second ball for Marr to win. Meloto does well. Here's some space for Christian Duke. He tries to slide it in behind for Hernandez, and again, Stewart, well alert to the danger, easily snuffs it out.
We've seen a lot of those through balls, Carter, in recent weeks, splitting the back line. That the Rangers having plenty of success here, especially at Swope Soccer Village, playing through the central channel, but Jordan Stewart and the likes of Luigi Mala certainly look up to the task tonight. A tougher test for the Rangers.
Again, a ball for Pasher to chase, but a strong shoulder from Mala. Came over and ushered it out of play. Rain starting to fall here in Kansas City, Missouri. Might see a little bit more of that as this game moves on. 10 minutes or so to go in this first half. Barnathan tried to slide it in to the feet of Belmar. This is a good bit of possession here from the Swope Park Rangers, who led the league in passes and passing accuracy.
It is, and Carter, with a possession-based approach for SPR, you can't understate the effect that a greasy, wet pitch might have on proceedings. You see Colton Storm down here in the corner. Ball will travel a little faster.
Belmar does well. Slides it into Duke, and he was off balance, but clearance attempt blocked away by Pasher initially. So again, it's up in the air. And Drogba just plucks it out of the sky with his first touch. He's running to the back, and Johnson, the intended recipient of that pass, didn't look like any contact on that play.
Quite honestly, Carter, I'm not quite sure what ailment Jason Johnson is dealing with right now. And for a second there, Drogba on the opposite side of the field was down. Phoenix players dropping like flies. Drogba looks to be okay. He's walking over to see what's going on with Johnson, as you certainly hope that it's nothing too serious for Phoenix's leading goal scorer.
Johnson's had such a fantastic year after signing in the offseason from San Antonio FC. Take a look at what just transpired. Jason Johnson.
You see Drogba get clipped there from behind just as he delivers the ball, and then something seemingly innocuous from Jason Johnson. Perhaps a muscle pull.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much contact. A lot of space between the players there. 13 goals, good for tied 8th in the USL. And the Jamaican, Jason Johnson. And a big moment player as well, 6 game-winning goals. That's good for 2nd in the league. That's the type of player you want in your side in a playoff game in this one-and-done situation.
Exactly right. And the player I want in my team is a guy who can get you 13 goals from out wide midfield. I mean, how often do you see that nowadays? You certainly don't see it often. Jason Johnson, just such a weapon with what he can do in terms of goal-scoring prowess, but also just his flexibility and where he can line up in the attacking third. Wide midfield, top centrally. We get a shot there of Drogba and Jordan Stewart, 2 veterans of the game, both of which have captained Phoenix throughout the season.
So it's a drop ball off the injury. They're still looking at Jason Johnson on the sideline. He's trying to stretch it out. His team down to 10 men for the time being. Jidic slides it wide right with the Storm. Allowed to bounce in the area, but that's a strong header back from Mala. Way back to the goalkeeper. Saw a hand up from Mala. I think Jordan Stewart acknowledged that that ball shouldn't be bouncing right on the outside of the 18. He did well in the end to usher it back to his goalkeeper, and Jason Johnson is on the field, albeit still visibly limping. Something to keep an eye on. To move into the final 5 minutes of regular time. Wind picking up again. And a foul. The wind right in the face of Phoenix as they try and attempt this free kick.
Carter, I think as the night drags on, the conditions in this game will play more and more of a factor, not only with the wind picking up, but potentially more rain here in the forecast, the immediate forecast in the next hour or so. Adding another layer of drama to this already intriguing battle in the USL Western Conference.
There's an offside against Phoenix, so Rangers can restart. Oh, and then a one-and-done game. Every goal matters so much. Every moment matters as well. Just one little slip really could be telling. As you mentioned, that rain in the forecast. To see if that plays a role. Storm just unable to handle that. It's out of play for a Phoenix throw. Now back with Amir Jidic. And patient build up here from the Swope Park Rangers.
Carter, neither team yet really with a bona fide scoring chance, you would say, which makes these 3 minutes all the more intriguing as we come close to intermission. If either side can sneak a goal here before the break, I think it'd be massive in terms of the overall complexion of this game. You get the feeling this one's just going to be hanging on a knife edge all night. And as you said, one slip on the wet turf, one misjudged ball in the air with this wind could make all the difference and ultimately define the success of your postseason. You know, something can be said of what the ideal playoff format is, whether you go to 2 legs or whatnot, but there's certainly something that is extremely dramatic and intriguing and romantic about that single elimination one-off, and that anything can happen here in these playoffs.
There's a hammering attempt from Hernandez as quickly off that goal kick, the Rangers sprint forward, and one of the better opportunities of the first half for the home side.
Well, this is extremely well hit from Felipe Hernandez. We've seen him score a banger already this season, and I guess from that first angle I thought it was well hit, but that was very much wayward. nevertheless a decent look in a half where there haven't been many looks for either side.
Meanwhile, in that replay, Belmar just adjudged to have fouled the goalkeeper as he was charging Cohen down. The high press back in effect for the Swope Park Rangers. So there's the foul on Belmar.
Certainly can't fault young Belmar there for his hustle as going full throttle there. Certainly no malicious intent from the 24-year-old forward.
Loto mixed up in midfield, and it's won away by Lambert. And try and start the attack for the Rangers. Well intercepted though. Amir Jidic saw it the whole way. Now a chance to counter. Loto finding Duke in some space on the left. Duke goes to ground, but Pasher just allows it to roll past him. He cuts it back on the edge of the 6. It's a sliding clearance from Jordan Stewart.
This is absolutely superb from Tyler Passer. Just that little feint and the spin around the defender. Cool as you like, but then Jordan Stewart, who has had a fantastic first half, intervening crucially. Heads up stuff though from Tyler Pasher.
Right, Jordan Stewart has been everywhere along this back line for Phoenix, but it's another corner kick for the Swope Park Rangers as 3 minutes of added time is announced in this first half. In towards the near post, headed clear by a white shirt. Now Dia is trying to get Johnson out on the run, but couldn't keep his pass in play. So it slides out of play. Throwing for the Rangers.
Carter, Jason Johnson is not 100%, it would look like. He was chasing down that ball. He's chasing down that ball from Amadou Dia, just certainly not looking 100% right now. It'll be interesting to see how he looks as the game unfolds.
Keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. Rain again coming down. It's showing up in flashes here in Kansas City. Children's Mercy Victory Field. Loto just skying his shot. Players were into the 3 minutes of added time.
You bring your rain jacket, Carter?
I brought mine. Did you?
I did.
Certainly in the
Good
forecast all day long. Players, however, exposed to the elements as the rain pours down to end this first half. Jidic finds Palmer Brown. He's urged forward. Pasher coming way inside from his usual position. Now running back out, getting a return pass on the left-hand side. Good cut back from Pasher to Maloto. Tries a curler. And again, just doesn't have his sights properly set, Lebo Maloto. Pretty much the same position from his last shot attempt.
Yeah, and it's a decent look. He's got a little pocket of space. It's just not a high percentage area of the field where you're going to score from. And that one curls harmlessly high. Josh Cohen's goal. Looking like we just may enter the break scoreless, and kind of a deviation from what we've seen in the first two matchups between this team, in which there were 11 combined goals. Obviously, Phoenix winning 4-3 at home in April, and then they played to an exciting 2-2 draw here on June 18th.
Right off the face of Colton Storm. Mark from Cabo taking one straight to the dome. That looked like it hurt off the foot of Kevon Lambert. As you mentioned, Phoenix getting an away draw here. And winning in the first matchup, but it's scoreless at the break. As Guido Gonzalez blows the whistle. It's a scoreless first half, but certainly plenty at stake here. Two teams still very much feeling each other out in a cagey affair. Two evenly matched teams, and that means it's all even as we go into halftime. Swope Park Rangers 0, Phoenix Rising FC 0. Stay with us. We'll be back for halftime stats and analysis, as well as highlights from Children's Mercy Victory Field.
Temporarily suspended because of serious weather conditions.
Halftime in Kansas City, Missouri, in a tight affair between the Swope Park Rangers and Phoenix Rising FC. As the 4-5 matchup has turned out as even as predicted. Scoreless at the break, but certainly a few chances for either side. Let's take a look at the first half highlights as the teams go into the break scoreless, but certainly some chances, and it was an early chance as well for Phoenix as Amadou Dia getting involved on the left-hand side.
Yeah, within the first 60 seconds, feeding it through to Chris Cortez, but a big early save from Darren McLeod. Big one for his confidence.
Good chance for Eric Palmer-Brown on the corner kick, perhaps the best of the first half for the Swope Park Rangers.
Get the feeling this game just may come down to a set piece, something like that, where one of these two teams takes advantage.
And a set piece led to some chances for Phoenix as Cortez just trying to loop a header back to the far post, but very tight in this first half and tight in midfield as well. Sam, it was a very tight first half. We saw quite a few fouls in midfield, but not too many chances on either end.
No, and I think it's more a testament to both teams doing well at holding the opponent in check. I think these are two very prolific offenses. Phoenix with 30 goals over their last 15 games, and then the Swope Park Rangers certainly in the upper third in terms of scoring in the USL. So you would have expected goals, especially given there were 11 of them over the club's first 2 meetings this season. But Carter, this is the playoffs, and the playoffs can be fickle. Form can evade you, and just about anything can happen. And I think this one sets up for a very intriguing final 45 minutes.
Well, the rain is falling here in Kansas City. Might have some weather news for you shortly as well. For the time being, it's 0-0 at halftime between the 4-seed Swope Park Rangers and the 5-seed Phoenix Rising FC. We'll be back to bring you second half kick or some weather updates shortly. Watching USL playoffs in Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
The end of the USL regular season also saw the end to the Statistical Awards race and the announcement of the winners for Golden Boot and Golden Glove, along with Assist Champion. Expansion franchise Reno 1868 FC had an inaugural season for the record books, becoming the league's top-scoring offense and snagging 2 awards along the way. Dane Kelly became the USL all-time leading goal scorer during the regular season, adding a single-season-high 18 goals to his career tally while claiming the first USL Golden Boot of his career. His USL regular season goal total reached 66 as he was the first USL player to surpass 50 goals since the league's inception in 2011. In a stellar rookie campaign, Chris Whean had a hand in the offensive success of Reno 1868 FC, connecting with Kelly to create 4 goals for Reno over the course of the season. In total, Whean notched 12 assists, tying the USL single-season record as he earned the title of Assist Champion. The regular season also saw Rochester Rhinos goalkeeper Tomas Gomez snag his 2nd consecutive Golden Glove Award. In 22 appearances, Gomez posted 11 shutouts with a .73 goals against average. His award continued the trend for the club as Rochester earned their 4th Golden Glove in 4 seasons. With playoffs finally here, the awards for MVP, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Defender of the Year, Goalkeeper of the Year, along with the 2017 USL All-League team will be announced in November. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent. We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Are you seriously getting in the car? Yeah, let's go, dude. Gotta drive me home.
Always running the. All good things come to an end, and ours lasted
party,
6 seconds. So you're asking us questions now.
No, I like this. Benny can just interview us.
Okay.
You know, like
us. We're interviewing you.
Oh, is that both of you are, huh?
I'm gonna say one thing. Your driving might be suspect, but this Toyota rides pretty smoothly.
Nice car,
to be
isn't it?
fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, looks
What's
good.
what was the motto again, or the slogan?
Let's go places.
Let's go places.
Since we drove by Starlight and you guys mentioned, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
I don't know. That's tough for me, but I just did see One Republic not too long ago.
And you made fun of him for seeing
One Republic or Backstreet Boys?
You made fun of him for seeing Backstreet Boys. What's the difference?
One Republic isn't who you're thinking of. You're thinking of One Direction.
Yeah.
One Republic's kind of boy bandish too.
Do you know who One Republic is?
Yeah. It's too late to apologize, right? Yeah. Boy bandish. You were gonna say One Republic is like the best concert you've ever been to?
I said the last one I went to was One Republic, and it caught me off guard, surprisingly.
So you're surprised by One Republic, but it wasn't the best concert you've ever been to?
No, definitely. But like I said, I think they creep in or top 10. See them in concert. I think they're. I'll leave it at that. And I also saw J. Cole when he came here. I mean, I've seen a lot of concerts this last year. That was a New Year's resolution for me. I need to see more concerts.
How are you following through on that?
Oh yeah, I'll probably seen 10 maybe.
What's the best concert you saw this year?
Just depends. I'm a mood guy, so no music really is always the go-to for me. It just depends on my mood. You, Benny? You see anything?
I can't tell you the best concert I've ever been to, but I can remember one here in Kansas City. I went to the Killers concert.
Never heard of it.
And that was pretty good.
Mr. Brightside.
What's that?
He didn't know him.
They sang every song except Bones, all their good songs. So it was really good. Except the venue, it was a fun venue, but it was a bit like hard to sit at. So the venue itself wasn't the best, but it was a really good concert.
What's
and Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, well, yeah, that goes without saying, I think.
Well, I guess at your age now, that's what we grew up with. I bet you saw a decent amount of attractive, upper 20s to middle 30-year-old women.
I mean, I had my wife there. I wasn't looking.
Good answer.
I did I went to Mariah Carey in Vegas a couple months ago.
Was she awful?
I advised against that.
Yeah. Mariah Carey cannot walk.
I was gonna say,
she needs to be carried. Like everybody. Why are we getting on the freeway?
Mariah Carey.
Go around this way.
We're gonna go around this way. So we're going to Oklahoma. If you're watching this video, we're going.
Mariah Carey cannot
We're going
walk.
435 south.
I told you that though. I told you don't go to that concert.
Well, she was doing pretty well. I was actually amazed at her voice still being as good as it was for about half the concert. And then halfway through the concert, she kind of stopped singing and just let the backup
she needed some water.
Track.
Like sometimes you see a singer that's maybe past their prime and you say, hey, they still got it. But then there's other times when you see a singer past their prime and you're like, nope, they don't still got it, you know? And you can tell, like, if you saw that debacle with her at New Year's Eve, you knew.
Hey, I read it wasn't her fault, man.
Yeah, right.
You know.
If Sporting Kansas City were like a family trip, like the Griswolds going on like a family vacation, you know, Benny would be the kid complaining about everything the entire drive.
Oh my gosh, you don't even understand. I feel bad for his wife. She's got to be the nicest woman ever to put up with you.
Do you complain
She's
about
one lucky gal, let me tell you.
Do you complain about everything to her too?
Absolutely not. I leave it all out on the locker room.
I was just there last night for a fancy drop with a couple of the guys and whatnot, and poor Michelle, she just puts up with too much.
Wait, the fantasy draft was at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made us great steaks actually.
Did you make the steaks or did she?
I did.
She did everything else though.
What do you mean?
She
I
did a
grilled
lot.
everything.
Yeah, you grilled, but she brought everything. She prepared everything. She cleaned everything, and then she dealt with your $2. So I don't know why we're having this argument, but
Benny's like, that's pretty much every day.
Normal day at a household there.
This is true. This is my
Man of the house.
first time I've gone there this year, and probably my last, because I can't go there and not feel bad for Michelle.
So does everybody on the team, like all the players, get invited to this fantasy draft? Because like that'd be like a 25-person draft or whatever.
No, it's
you
only.
gotta be really cool.
Yeah,
kid.
no, it's gotta be. You gotta be dedicated first and foremost,
Okay.
and you've gotta care. Yeah. We don't want guys, who
forget to turn their lineup in on Thursday.
That's a big no-no.
Yeah. They're fines in our league actually, but this will get complicated. Our crazy league, to be honest.
Okay. Is Greenbaum still in your league?
Yeah, he is.
Is he any good?
He thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah, because he wins with a
tries.
bunch of scrubs in other leagues, and he comes with some real players, and he makes the playoffs every now and again. Hovers around 500.
I basically consulted him during my entire fantasy draft this year, and it might have been a horrible decision.
So you cheated.
Well, why is that cheating? If you get
consulting. I mean, this
he's
is
not
like,
in my league.
Is it financial? Is it about your money?
So if I look up ESPN.com and get consulting from them, is that cheating?
No, but what is going to happen is when Andy's, whatever, he's going to take your fame. So if you do well, Andy's going to claim that.
I don't care. I'll claim the money.
Touche.
Hey guys,
Thanks, Uber.
Thanks a lot for being on Drive Time.
No problem.
I'll probably give you a 3 rating.
Drive Time is presented by the Kansas City area Toyota dealers.
Halftime here in Kansas City. Still scoreless between the Swope Park Rangers and Phoenix Rising FC. 0-0 at the halftime interval. Carter Augustine alongside Sam Cobbs. And let's take a look at the first half stats. As was an even first half, Sam, as two teams both with 4 shots, but just 1 shot on target, and that was from Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, and then when we look at possession, obviously Swope Park Rangers, as we expected, 2/3 of that at 67% and 86% passing accuracy clip. But Phoenix Rising, they've done well to lock down the hosts, and while SPR has had possession, it hasn't always been meaningful possession. So as we stand right now, this one could go either way, weather permitting, of course.
Doesn't seem to be permitting at the moment. Eric Palmer Brown had a good first half on and off the ball. Led the game in touches and also in passes, as well as a 96% passing accuracy rate. It's a good first half from the on-loan Sporting center back. A good test for him as well in this Phoenix Rising attack. Meanwhile, for the visitors, it was their right back, Wakasa, who had the majority of the touches in that first half. Pretty limited, as you would expect, just the 32% possession from Phoenix Rising. And a 69% passing accuracy as well.
Yeah, and to the Rangers' credit, they did very well and kind of stifling Phoenix whenever they did get forward, although those were rare occasions. Obviously, Chris Cortez had a look here and there, 3 shots on the half, but overall, both teams have done well to limit the other in terms of danger.
Well, both are in the locker room right now as we have just gotten where we are officially in a weather delay here in Kansas City, Missouri. Storm, as you can see, dumping rain on Children's Mercy Victory Field in Swope Soccer Village. So we will go to another break here as we wait more details on when and if the game would resume this evening. Officially in a weather delay in Kansas City. Halftime between Swope Park Rangers and Phoenix Rising FC, scores still knotted at 0.